Good evening. It is time for the recap from Jupiter. The show that is definitely seeing beyond the time this week. My name is Scott.
I am the Quackman025.
You know, speaking of temporal effects, they say that a duck's quack doesn't echo. I think
I
that's just
watched that
something
episode of Mythbusters.
I think that's just something guys say to pass time in canoes. That's my
A
theory.
duck's quack doesn't echo? Why are we on a canoe? Anyway.
We are going to be talking about episode 9, The Rose of Sharon, in just a moment, but we need to talk first and foremost, about HLJ.com and the high grade G-Quux line, which is still kicking alive and strong. There's a new one, Jeff. There's a new one. There is a
Oh dear.
new item. They won't tell me
New.
what it is. They won't tell me. I
What
didn't
letter
really
is it?
ask because I didn't expect an answer, but it could be anything that costs roughly 20 something dollars. Who could it
We're
be?
missing a third. We're missing a third Ava. I mean Gundam.
There's that. There's certainly that. There could just be a color variation going on. Who knows? But again, HLJ.com, excellent options for shipping. Excellent. Very, very good about pre-orders and back orders. The link is in the description, of course. But let's get into this, because episode 9, The Rose of Sharon, is directed by Kohei Kuratomi, who has directed an episode of Birdie Wing, which is a Gundam show. I swear. You're going to watch it, and you're going to see girls playing golf, but it's a Gundam show. I promise. He also directed 5 episodes of Witch from Mercury, and was a unit director on Hula Fulla Dance, a feature-length film about hula dancers, and I still want to watch that one.
Is this? Are we going back to the golf space lesbian show you talked about?
Yes, this is the lesbian vampire golf show that is also Yu-Gi-Oh. Yes.
Okay. Now it's a vampire. I don't remember vampire before. But
No,
sure, why
they're
not?
one of the antagonists is a lesbian vampire. Don't worry about it.
I don't have the answers, folks. Don't look at me.
Yeah, I can't explain anime to anyone. That's why I have a podcast.
Fair enough.
It is written 2 writers this week, once again. Our first writer is Yoji Enokido, who you might remember from Revolutionary Utena and Revolutionary Girl Utena the movie. And our other writer is Hideaki Anno, who you might recall from Gunbuster, Diebuster, Gunbuster vs. Diebuster, and Nadia, Secret of the Blue Water.
Just those, huh? Nothing
Yeah,
else.
I picked a few. Memorable shows all around.
And he did a Godzilla movie. Anyway, so to start off, Gundams can hug.
Yes. We are back at the last scene from last episode with atmospheric reentry and the arm control things. They can just support you. They can help you. They can squeeze you tight.
That Gundam is alive. I don't care what was.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There is a forsaken child running that Saikamu system. We all know it by now.
His last name might be Ray. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, hugs her as they're going in, and when they get in the atmosphere, she goes, "No parachute. What are we gonna do?" And the Gundam just ejects the Gundam. In this particular Gundam, the backpack is the core fighter, a la Crossbone.
Very crossbony.
Crossbony. I'm stealing that. Anyway, Gundam goes into the water. The backpack flies off to. Well, we'll get to it.
And we just jump ahead a bit to an unfamiliar ceiling, an unfamiliar serving staff.
Mate pops up, bandaged, laying in a very fancy bed, and 2 maids walk in and say, "Oh, you're awake. Well, the mistress will be happy." Where am I? Oh, you crashed right around here. We mistress said you'd be coming, and she saw it in a dream, and everything she says in the dream comes true. So that you showed up. Like,
That's just how things work at Cabas Cabas Manor. Cabas
yeah,
Manor is a name taken from the Yoshiyuki Tomino novella Secret Rendezvous from the 1980s.
yes, I had to look that up, but I figured it out. Like,
Yeah.
okay, they keep saying that name; it must be important. I looked it up.
Yeah, no, they're
Oh,
they're doing their nerd cred. They are doing their nerd cred again this
yeah, we're
episode.
going deep. We're going deep. We find out Lala is there, very fancy black dress, swinging, enjoying her time. Very quiet and odd and very peculiar. But we then flash back to how she got there.
Well, I think I want to pause just as because Amate gets a minute alone, and she's like, "Oh, I'm on Earth. Here's some real gravity."
Right.
And that's like one of her big check boxes right from the opening monologue is like real gravity. All right, I'm gonna see real ocean. Okay,
Forest.
I guess I landed way further away from the ocean than I thought. But that's real sky at least. Like so she's 2 out of 3.
Right.
She
Well, she
like her
saw the
goals are
ocean.
hit.
She saw the ocean right before she almost crashed into it, but she
Yeah.
saw it.
She saw it. A lot of it
Briefly.
coming at her real fast.
Right. But
Ooh, so we
flat.
flash back to prison.
Well, sort of. She's on the green base. Um, one of the I forget her name, but one of the underlings,
Lieutenant, what's her name? Yeah.
Lieutenant, what's her name, gives her a fresh set of clothes. Say, change. We'll get you some food. You'll be all right. She's not very happy she's doing it. It's like, hey, I'm just following orders. She goes, I'm not wearing no military uniform. She goes, yeah, we're not going to put a kid
We're
in a
not
military
giving
uniform.
you those.
Who in their right mind would put kids in military uniforms and have them serve? My God.
I mean that sounds like something like something like a fascist like Cecilia Zabi would do.
Or people on a white base. I mean, green base. I mean, never mind. But
The other thing that's important is that we have evidence bag Haro.
evidence back.
And he's like
or Haro.
vacuum sealed. It's not even like regular evidence bag, like regular Ziploc. No, he's vacuum sealed in there. And he's not happy. He is not happy to be packed that tight.
All right, well, toss it. Here's your phone back. It's all busted up. Here's your robot back because reasons. Here's a fresh set of clothes. I'm not wearing military. Those are my clothes. Try not to rip them.
Also, you can't call anyone, but you can text with a bit of lag. She checks her notifications. It's a million texts from her mom.
Right. Everyone is texting her that knows her, along with her mom, like constantly trying to figure out where she is. I do appreciate that even in space, she has connectivity to texting because reasons.
I mean, we're not gonna. I don't think I want to. I don't want to unpack the logistics of this because literally, like, 2G is not very long range. I don't know how you maintain texting connections anywhere in space. I don't know.
Somewhere Elon Musk is going, I got you. Anyway.
Yeah, Elon Musk. Actually, fun fact, learned this today. Solar radiation is just knocking those down now. Like, not even Elon Musk's fault, unlike every other thing that he does wrong. It's just like, no, literally solar rays are knocking those down.
They'll just put it in a higher orbit, which will only cause more fun things to happen. Anyway.
Yeah.
Basically,
back to the present. We established that, the mistress sees the future.
Did we jump back to the present already? I thought we had the conversation with
No, we get interrogation with Shalia. We get interrogation with Shalia.
Right.
Yeah.
And by interrogation, he asks questions, she doesn't respond.
And then he answers anyhow.
Well, they're new types, so
yeah. But
like,
some of it,
I didn't think about
this before. There's a couple that I'm like, no, he's guessing. He's guessing. He just knows how to read body language. He's cold reading. And then the last one, it's like, no, you heard words there, buddy. You heard words.
Well, think about it. If you understand completely, a new type interrogating another new type is pretty easy. You just ask the questions and wait for their reactions in your head.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, the rose is on Earth. Cool, we've been looking for it. Thing is, all our plans were from get-go. It's like, okay, the rose is Lala. It's like, wait a minute. Everyone knows where Lala is. She's in this house. We've already seen that Xeon runs this place. At first, I thought it was a fancy jail for her. I was wrong. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
But it's like, what? This thing just appeared in the middle of the 1 year war. It didn't make any sense. It had strange powers. We lost it somewhere along the way. Like, thing? Okay. Putting that aside, it's not Lala? All right, fine, whatever.
Yeah, and this is it. Like, I think going back to the movie, like when Casilia's talking about the Rose of Sharon, it's like, no, she's talking about a person, right? Everything she said sounded like she was talking about a person. No, guess
No.
not.
Well, we'll get to it.
So, Machu gets some text messages and is allowed to escape
Yes.
from
Well,
the green base.
well, they did something I should have caught on. They cloned her phone.
Yeah.
So Shally is just watching all the texts come in, saying, wow, somebody really knows this. It's like, okay, is the Gundam texting her? That's the only
Maybe
thing. That or there's someone on board the ship there's trying to
that
help
would
her.
work.
I don't know.
It can't be a person on the ship because we'd know them by now. It'd be one of the
Right.
guys on the bridge we already talked to. Like just
It's
law.
gotta be the Gundam.
Yeah, by law of conservation of narrative detail, it has to be something already in place. So it's got to be the Gundam. It's got to be the Gundam or him.
So someone inside the Gundam is learned how to text, and apparently has full layout knowledge of the green base. I mean white base. I mean green base. Okay, that's why I said I think I know who's in there now.
Yeah.
Like who would know full layout with ever not even actually ever being there? Oh, anyway,
The soul of a forsaken child.
quite. We run back in there. She gets in the Gundam. Off we go. Back to the present. We find out exactly what this prison is because as she's walking by one of the rooms, two girls in very. How can I put this delicately? Not get canceled. Revealing negligee pop out. And they're
page
like,
12
oh, wow.
from the Victoria's Secret catalog.
Right. And they're like, oh, wow, you better get going, kids. Someone might notice you and, yeah, go.
Ask.
It's like, oh,
or
this
insist.
this isn't prison. This isn't prison now. No. This is a house of ill repute, shall we say.
Yeah. So, anyway.
And that's why all the Xeon officers are coming here. That didn't come out. I shouldn't have said it that way, should I? No, I shouldn't have. Anyway.
Well, anyway, like Freudian slips aside. We see Machu leave the building and find Lala chilling in the backyard, and she explains that she wants to be a bird, and that
not this crap again,
and that she does have dreams from the other side.
Okay, we'll get to it, but she keeps saying the same thing keeps happening over again. The guy comes, falls in love with me. He goes off and fights the White Gundam and dies over and over and over again. It happens every single time. I'm waiting for him to show up. It's like, but he's already dead. Don't care. I'm waiting for him to show up. And apparently, like, this has been going on. She's just still here waiting for Char, despite the fact that Char is dead. Now, does she know specifically it's Char? I don't know. Maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. But she's stuck.
She explains that she's stuck and that she's waiting for the plot to happen to her. She knows where she fits in the plot, and she's just waiting for it to happen. She's dreamed it a dozen times. She's caught on the infinite Moebius loop. She just knows it's going to show up at some point. We get a very long Kira moment that mirrors the scene with Amuro by the lake, and it explains her feelings and how she just really wants to be in her ghost polycule with her boys. That's it.
Right.
She just wants to skip to the part at the end of Char's counterattack, really.
It's getting eerie at this point because I'm not sure what's going on. And it gets eerier. We fly ahead. Like the maids are like, okay, we've got a way to get you back to your ship or your core fighter or your plan. Take her with you. It's like, what are you going to do? Cause a distraction. And by cause a distraction, they're going to burn the building down. And they say, we're just going to set the shed on fire. It's like, well, it's spread. They're like, don't care. Burn it all down.
Yeah, like there's one who's like, I used to be like there are two maids. One's like, well, this is better than begging on the street. Other maid, it's like, no, we'll burning this down is great, actually. Like
It's
yeah,
like,
just kill it with fire.
yeah, it's like, one's like, but we lived the great life. Kind of. Yeah, now we're going to live in the dirt. But
But it's your dirt. It'll be your dirt. How
this is
about
true.
that?
You're no longer in a fancy prison.
Like a cage is
Uh,
a cage, no matter how much gilding they put on it. Um,
true.
and so Machu is about to drag Lala away, and she says, you should just come with me, because Machu has spent the entire show thinking she can buy people out of their problems. She
Right.
was going to buy Nyan out of her problems, Shuji out of his problems. So she can just buy Lala out of her problems. And Lala's like, no, no, no. I have to be
Here.
the sad girl that dies. I have to be the sad girl that dies.
Well, I have to be here to meet Shar. But he's already dead. Don't care. This is where I have to be to meet him. He won't show up. Don't care. She is so fixed in her role that she cannot move forward because she cannot play her role. And a guy shows up, points a gun at her. She stands in front of Machu, puts out her arms. He takes a shot, almost hits her. She falls in the cockpit, and the Corvette literally just pops to life. Automatic pilot. Let's go.
Yeah,
She's not piloting. Someone else is. Something
Haro
else is.
or the Psycho Frame is doing it for her.
And let's just say my theory. Amuro's in the Gundam. Amuro talks through Haro and says, "Okay, get it. We gotta go."
It's definitely, like, Haro's definitely an interface for the Psycho Frame. Whoever's in the Psycho Frame, whatever is in the Psycho Frame, is absolutely the case. And we cut to the ocean, because again, Shalia Bull has been following her. We learned that, of course, a Xeon design mobile suit is fully amphibious.
Right.
I just love it. I just love
the
fact that it's like,
they figured it out eventually.
No, I'm sorry. Like, Xeon's just like, no, 2/3 of the Earth is water. We need to be able to operate there. But, guys, no one's on the water. 2/3 of the Earth is water. We must operate there.
Hey, they in the 1 year war suit, they had one suit for every particular possibility they could run into on Earth. So they had like 40 of the damn things. The Federation had a Gundam and a GM. That's all they really had. Well, and a gun tank. That's what they had.
The majestic space gun tank.
Yes. Gun tanks in space. I'll stop.
Yeah.
But no, they think
they
the
crash
Corvair dives down to the water.
We found out
the
that the
Gundam.
G-Quux landed exactly on top of the Rose of Sharon, which is that it's the Elmeth, and Shalia is sitting there staring at it like, we didn't make this. Also, it's not really here.
Right. Here's where things get weird. So
because Shalia knows about being beyond the time and seeing the other side, and he knows that that's from the other side, I guess.
Right. The Elmeth in this timeline, they even told us way back at the beginning when the series started, like, no, the Elmeth was designed but never built. The bits were. The bits got transferred to the Gundam, and that's why the Gundam has those funnel-looking things. They're from the Elmeth that never got built. There's the Elmeth. Okay, that's odd. They yank it out of the water. It's distorted and odd. And it's like, it doesn't belong in this universe. Like, beg your pardon. They zoom in. Lala's still in there.
There's
stuck. 2 Lalas.
She is also stuck beyond the time. She is also caught on this infinite Moebius loop.
Okay, so I have 3 theories. You want the craziest one first or the most reasonable one first?
I think I only have a stupid one, so you should probably go first overall. You should
Okay.
just do all of them. My one is
Okay.
stupid.
The first one is the most obvious one is we've gone all multiverse of madness on us and alternate dimensions and all that. And I really hope that's not the case, but that is the most obvious answer. This is a Gundam multiverse, and they're going to open it up to that, and that's not going to end well. Fine. Option two, Lala traveled back in time, created a new branch timeline, and she's stuck here because when she died, she didn't really die. She traveled back in time and created a new branch timeline. She appeared in the 1 Year War. When she appeared, that's when everything started tweaking. Char went down to Gundam, so on and so forth. The third one, most crazy one, and the thing I hope is most true. The definition of a new type in what they told us in narrative was a new type can access the next world that we go to when we die, and they can gain power from that. What if this is that next world? The next iteration is this era here. That explains why Char's in the Gundam. He's dead. Everyone here is dead.
We're playing New Game Plus. Yes.
Yes, everyone here is someone who died and got to do it again. Think about it. Everyone we've seen outside of Char, the only thing that tweaks this is everyone's dead, but Char technically is dead too.
Well,
What
yeah.
if he got a
Okay.
new game, get a new run?
Yeah. Okay. So Shalia, Cassilia, Girin, Nyan should be dead. Side two vet, right?
The people who are alive in UC, we haven't shown up. Where's Bright Noah?
Yeah.
Wouldn't we have got a cameo of him before he died? No, he never showed up. He's still alive on the other side.
All right. So here's my dumb one. So SD Gundam Mark One features a comedic alternate take of the conflict, the final conflict between Amuro, Char, and Lala, in which Lala just does spins, just does spins around everyone, and everyone gets lost. So that's this timeline. It is the timeline where everyone is spinny.
I didn't think SD Gundam was where we were going to get this from, but okay, fine.
I
But
fully embrace SD Gundam, even SD Gundam Force, which I've never watched, but I'm sure it's fine.
it's got Haro with a body and a hat. Fine.
Yes, I know it
Um,
has Cop Haro, the worst of all Haros. Yes,
yes. I don't know where this Haro falls now. This is like God Haro. He knows everything.
he is this the Haro to surpass Victory Gundam Haro?
This is like the goat from G-Witch Haro. He knows everything already. He knows how the series ends.
Yes.
All-knowing Haro. He doesn't have to fight. He's already won. But my theory of this is that next step. This is the next universe because everyone here is already dead. All these people died in the 1 Year War or right around the 1 Year
Near
War
enough
timeline.
too.
Right. So they're coming to this next one and they get a do-over. But why is Lala here twice? That's the thing that screws up my plan. Okay, fine. Lala died. She gets a new Game Plus run. There's already a Lala here. That's the reason I think the most obvious one is multiverse theory.
Yeah,
this is a separate universe. The next universe. There's
yeah,
billions of different variations of
yeah,
this.
just like new types, like the Zek Nova is quantum skipping, right? That's what it is.
Right. Which I really hope it doesn't, because everyone and their cousin is doing multiverses these days.
I think we're all a little tired of them. I think Deadpool and Wolverine kind of like exercise that from our body politic in a lot of ways.
No, get ready for the Avengers movie coming up because they're coming back in spades. But Fantastic Four releases next month anyway. But yeah, like I said, the most obvious answer is probably the one they're going to go with is Lala, when she died, used her new typey madness powers to jump to an alternate universe. Maybe using her powers to try and save Char. Okay, we're going to go back and try it again. Or find a universe where Char lives. Of course, as soon as she shows up, Char dies.
Yeah. But we've only got 3 more episodes of this, Jeff.
Yeah. Talk about this is like this
Real.
episode opened the can of worms to end all can of worms. Like, okay, you did this, did you? The Elmeth is here. It shouldn't be. That's one thing. That like, what? The Elmeth? You see, it's distorted. Huh? And then Lala's inside. Huh? Okay. You went there. You got a lot to figure out in 3 weeks. And the next episode they previewed, like, okay, we're about to start that Xeon Civil War.
Yeah, like it's Girin, Cassilia, one room. Nobody leaving that room, man. Nobody's leaving that room.
And Cassilia's got her solar system project that's going to create free power because that's what the solar systems project does. Yeah.
That's exactly what it's for. Completely reasonable, useful things. Definitely not something a Bond villain uses. Or 2 Bond villains. Ooh.
So we got Cassilia on one side with a mega weapon and a bunch of crazy new types. And Psycho Frame. On the other side, oh, and she's got a Neva. On the other side, we got Girin with a whole bunch of cyber new types, and God knows what behind him.
Well,
and a whole
in the
bunch of Big
preview
Zam.
we see the mass production Big Zam again.
Right, and a whole bunch of Big Zams probably piloted by cyber new types.
Ooh,
It's gonna get messy.
is gonna get messy. But Jeff, do you know what isn't messy?
HLJ?
Ordering things from HLJ.com, including the high grade, your pre-order for the high grade Gundam G-Quack's new product D. Tentative name. We don't know what it is. We know that it is priced reasonably for your local currency. You can see my screen right now where it says $27 Canadian. That seems fair for a high grade for me, especially if it's a kind of a big one. But pre-orders are open. Back orders will be fulfilled. Shipping will be reasonable, and the link is in the description. That's how that goes. That's how you read an ad, right?
Indeed, you got those ads down. Special thanks to all the people in the chat today. We had a lot of chatters today because
happy chat.
Well,
happy chat.
Yeah. See what someone said. Pulling a Final Fantasy VII remake. I thought that too. It's like, okay, this is a do-over.
It's got some of that too. It definitely has some of that going on.
It's like we're doing a do-over, and just like the Final Fantasy remake, they're changing some things because somebody already knows everything that's going to happen. And sidetrack, but playing those games, I'm convinced. No, Aerith and Sephiroth both remember everything from the first game. They know exactly how this is supposed to play out. Lala knows exactly how this is supposed to play out because since it's not happening, she's stuck.
Yeah, like she if she knew what was actually going on, she'd have run away. But she knows she's supposed to wait, so she is.
Right.
Yeah.
She's waiting for Char to come and find her so the next step of the story can continue. Problem is he's dead, so she is literally stuck. Mm-hmm. She has to wait for a person that's never going to come.
Well, and we also have Lala 2, Lala at the bottom of the ocean, who is literally suspended in animation. So that probably matches. It
with
rhymes.
Those weird red lines from original Gundam when she dies. Like, what are those? I thought those were lasers that were killing her. Are they not?
Like I thought that was actually like her mobile suit exploding, but I guess those are
something else.
Something else.
But yeah. This is weird. And you know what? This is one of those times like on when I watched this on Tuesday, I was like, I woke up Tuesday, I didn't have anything to do. I was like, I'll watch it later today. I eventually watched it. Next Tuesday morning, waking up, getting a drink, getting my bowl of cereal. Let's go.
I'm sorry, Jeff, but it doesn't hit Amazon until after lunch. It's a lunch break show. This is actually, I want to talk about this as watching Gundam, the simulcast version of Gundam that we live in now. it's always been a morning show, just because they aired it like 6 o'clock in Japan.
No.
It's it's
Well, they
it's
got to
it's
dub
kids
it.
show time. Well, it was always kids show time, and now it's like no, it's at Sweaty Nerd o'clock at 12 at like 1 in the morning, which means we get
Right.
it at after lunch here, and I'm like, no, I just want to wake up. I want my Soletta Sunday. I want to wake up Sunday morning and have my Soletta and Bill Divers was the same. This is this
That's
the
fun.
logistics of this are messing with me. Don't like it.
It doesn't. It doesn't bother me that much because I would usually watch it in the afternoon anyway. It's like, okay, I was really eager to watch it on Tuesday when it comes out. Eat my breakfast. No, I can wait till lunchtime. Fine. Get my ham sandwich. Get my chips and my but maybe some potato salad. I'm in a potato salad mood. Anyway, ham sandwich, potato salad, glass of tea. Sit back. All right, let's see what madness is about to bring now. Because we've got alternate. We got two Lalas. We got alternate dimensions. We got time travel. We got Avas. We got living Gundams. We got death and destruction. We got a civil war. It's getting really bloody complicated for 3 episodes to go.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're going to get all our questions answered because we don't got time.
Yeah.
I think
Like
our
they
big
can't
one will get
answer
answered.
everything, but we're going to get something wild. Something wild.
Yeah. Something I hope unique. I really hope this isn't multiverse.
Well,
I really hope not.
I mean, for again a one-off, and again, this is Ano's cycle of playing with his kids' toys the same way Shin Kamen Rider and Shin Ultraman were. So, like the idea that he just wants to mess around with his old action figures and say something about them and something about his childhood is fine. Like I like Shin Kamen Rider just fine. I guess he's doing another one of those.
I'll give Otto all the credit in the world. Guess what? All he gets to play with. He gets to play with the Avas. He helped make them. He gets to play with Godzilla. He gets to play with Ultraman. He gets to play with the Kamen Rider series. And he gets to play with Gundams. I'm pretty sure that's the Japanese hat trick of sci-fi. You get to
He
play with
also
all the
did
big ones.
He also did Cutie Honey, so he's done at least one of the major he's done one of the major quote girls franchises. If he can do a
So yeah.
Precure, if he can do a Precure, ooh.
Well, he's put himself on the, if there's a Mount Rushmore of Japanese animators or Japanese anime directors, he's on it now.
Yeah.
If
Oh
he
man.
wasn't on it before, he most certainly is now.
Yeah. I think we have nothing to say, but stay tuned for next week. I have been
Indeed.
Scott.
I
Thank
have
you.
been the Quackman.